Hey guys, today I'm going to be making some pancakes which I think are healthy. So please, if you're keen to learn how to make them, please stick around and watch. So Libby, let's go through the ingredients before we start. Now I think, and Libby and I think these are healthy because we've substituted the flour for rolled oats, and what we've done with that, if you want to come over here and check it out. So these are rolled oats, so they're the ones that have just been packaged, and we've just put them through our blender. And so it's kind of like a flour. I mean, it's obviously not going to be as fine as a flour that you buy. But yeah, that's an oat flour that we're going to call it. I don't know if you can buy oat flour from the supermarket. Can you, Libs? I'm sure you can.
I think you can. Sometimes if you can't buy it from the supermarket, you'll be able to get it in your nearest health food store.
Ah, perfect. There you go. But in this instance, I think we paid, for the rolled oats, we bought them for, it was like $1.60 or something for a big packet, and we've just put it through our blender. All the other ingredients we've got some Greek yogurt, okay? So we've got a cup of Greek yogurt. We've got some eggs. Is that full eggs or egg yolks? Sorry, I can't remember.
Two eggs.
2 eggs. So we've got 2 eggs which have been mixed through. So I guess that's like the start of a scrambled egg. So you get 2 eggs, mix them well. We've got some butter which we're going to need for the pan. Some oat milk in case it's too dry. We can just add this and just, make it a little bit
And
soupier.
you can use whatever milk you want. You can use dairy milk. You can use dairy-free. As long as it's a form of milk, go for it.
Almond, oat, coconut milk if you wanted to. Anything, really. Can't go wrong with some good old maple syrup. So this is going to be our sweetener. And also we're probably going to put it on top at the end.
Absolutely.
Vanilla extract. I think this is really nice to put in your pancakes because not only it gives you that vanilla flavour, but I feel like it makes it seem like it's sweeter than it actually is. And alongside that, we're going to also be putting in, the cinnamon. So cinnamon and vanilla, really good mixture if you're trying to make something have that feeling of sweetness. And then finally, of course, bicarb soda, just because we want them to fluff up a little bit. But yeah, so those are our ingredients. It's going to be pretty quick. To start with, you're going to want to do your wet ingredients first, incorporate them together, and then we're going to put through our flour, and then obviously if it's too dry, we'll do our oat milk. So why don't you come over here, and then we can get that started. Okay, so before we mix everything, hot tip, since we don't have a huge pan, it means we can't dish out multiple pancakes at a time, so you don't want them to get cold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the oven on just a low heat, I think like 150, on fan force, and just let it warm. What we can do as we make the pancakes, we'll put them on a plate and put them in the oven and keep them hot. Obviously, it's only Libby and I eating, so it's not going to be too hard, but if you're making pancakes for the family or for a big group of friends, you can do that so you can all eat together rather than, one pancake coming out here and there. But yeah, let's get started on the mixing. Let's mix our wet ingredients. So first steps, we have a cup of Greek yogurt. You can use natural yogurt as well. It really comes down to what you prefer. We like Greek yogurt because it almost has that sour taste, and I think it goes really nice with all the ingredients that we're putting in. And then we're going to add our 2 eggs. So this is wet ingredients, remember? 2 eggs, I'm just pouring that in like so. Going to put a teaspoon of vanilla extract. You can put more if you want. You can put less. You don't have to put it in at all. But I think this is a teaspoon, right, Libs?
Yeah.
Okay. Put that in. I'm going to add a little bit more.
We nearly ran out.
We just ran out on camera, but that's okay. We can make
these things happen.
Yeah. So that was, I'd say,
half
a teaspoon. Yeah. And we like extra vanilla, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm just going to put, I reckon we put a teaspoon and a half.
Oh, okay.
So put a teaspoon and a half, and that is just vanilla extract. Okay, and then you can do the same with maple syrup. So this part is completely up to you guys and how you like your pancakes. If you want them really sweet, or if you don't want them that sweet, you probably don't even have to put it in.
Yeah, if you want it sugar-free, skip the maple, but we don't want to make it sugar-free today.
Okay, so I'm going to measure it here. I know we're going to make it a little bit sweet. So this is, let's count. So that's 1 teaspoon. 2 teaspoons. Do you reckon 1 more leaves?
1 more, yeah.
1 more? Okay, we're going to go 3 teaspoons. But remember, we're going to coat them at the end.
Because that's even you could put quite a lot more in, but we don't want to make it too sweet.
Yeah.
So measuring with teaspoons just makes you be careful what you're putting in.
Yep, absolutely. Very true, leaves. And also you can put maple syrup at the end on top.
Yeah, well, you can probably use honey as well.
You can use honey, maple syrup. You can do like a berry coulis, which I think we're going to do. We just get some frozen berries, put them in the microwave, and then we just mash them with a fork. What else? You could just do normal granulated sugar. Yep, completely
brown
up to you.
sugar, whatever.
Coconut sugar. Okay, and then this part, I'm going to do a teaspoon of cinnamon. Now this is not working out, but let's just say we're doing a teaspoon. Half of it's going in, half of it's not. Okay, like so. I'm just going to mix that with my spoon to get all that off. So if you want to have a look at the mixture there, Libs.
Yep, and now you're going to whisk that together?
Yeah, I'm going to whisk it. So we've got just a, what do you call this, like a cake mixer? Or
just a whisk.
Yeah, oh, whisker, that's right.
Wow, who's the chef here?
Okay, so you're going to see it's going to start to thicken up once the eggs are in there. You don't want to over whisk it because then you're going to start to put air through it and it'll get all, I don't know, thick and won't be able to work very well. So, good wicks to incorporate. Libs, do you want to come over here and tell me? Libs is the professional here, guys. She loves pancakes, and I do too, but Libs is definitely the better.
Yeah, whisk until smooth. That was pretty smooth, guys, I reckon.
Okay,
that's
like
that
that?
done.
Okay,
yep, beautiful.
Now, next step. So, dry ingredients. We have a cup of our homemade rolled oats.
I reckon add it slowly and whisk through.
Okay,
yep.
well, let's start with the
That's what I think,
cup.
but
so let's do what Libs reckons. So we'll do a half cup. And it's going to thicken up pretty quickly. Like that.
Yeah.
So that's half.
Just
oh, is that
easier.
half?
No, that's a quarter cup.
A quarter cup, sorry.
One and a quarter cup of flour of your choice.
Yeah.
We're going with oat.
I'm just getting all the size just to make sure.
And oat, it will add some good fibre to your pancakes as well. That's why we wanted to do it with oats.
Yeah, and it'll keep you full for longer.
And the other thing that you could do is you could have added bananas, but unfortunately ours weren't ripe, so we're going banana free today, but that would obviously be nice to add as well.
Yep. Okay, let me just get that all mixed in. I don't know if we're going to have to add.
So
we'll just leave
we
it.
still got to whisk that whole cup in, so
Yep, true.
we wait and see. Okay, that's fine. Now
Okay.
keep going. Add half of that. Yep.
Just do it all. Okay. Now, oh yeah, you're right. It's starting to thicken up. Whew. Get my arm, that's for sure.
That's why he's doing it.
Oh my god.
To rest.
Yeah, so if you see there, it is actually starting to.
So, what do you reckon?
Well,
I mean,
let's
you
put
don't
our
want-
baking.
You don't want your pancakes.
Too gluggy, I guess.
Alright, add the next steps, I think.
Okay, so next steps is our bicarb soda.
Just 1 teaspoon.
A teaspoon. Our teaspoon is dirty, so I'm just going to use.
There's a half one.
I'll just use one of these. Okay, 1 teaspoon. And this will help it. That's a kind of a heaped one, but this will help it fluff up a bit.
But you really don't want to add more than you think because otherwise it just tastes salty and gross.
Yeah.
You can really taste it if you mix that ingredient instead of a different one.
Yes, that's true. Okay, so, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to add a touch of sea salt. Just a little crack, doesn't need you too much. The salt just helps bring out all the flavours. You won't notice it, to be honest. You won't, like, they won't be salty. It's so, like, it was hardly a crack. Okay, now, that's it. That's our pancake mix. Libs, what do you think? Do you think that is the consistency we're looking for?
Yeah, I'll just taste it.
Give it a taste and then just be honest. What do you think? What's it missing, if anything?
Maybe a touch more sweetness. You can taste.
So remember, the Greek style yogurt is going to make it a little bit like have a sour taste to it. But what I'll do is I'm going to add more maple. So that's a quarter of a cup.
Quite a bit more.
Okay, so how much did we have? We had 3 teaspoons.
Yeah.
So you can
really
go,
like,
and this is, we like it a touch sweeter.
We really added like 2 tablespoons, right?
Yeah.
And then remember, we will add like berries and stuff on top, so that will make it nice and sweet as well.
Okay, cool. Okay. Let me just taste that. Is it too watery, Libs?
No.
Okay. That's actually really nice.
I think that, like, just pick it up and swirl it.
Yep.
Yeah,
okay, that's true.
Yeah, that is perfect, I reckon.
Okay, cool. So we're just going to clean this up, and then I'm going to put my pan on, and then we'll get to when we're, excuse me, I've got something on my chest, when we get to putting them on the pan with the butter. So I'm going to flip my pancake. We're just doing a test pancake to see how it is. Let's see.
Oh, nice.
Nice, look at that.
Perfect.
Yeah, so that's our pancake. Obviously, they don't look like your normal American pancakes, but they're a little bit different. There's a few different ingredients in here. This one's almost done. So we had it on the hot side high heat for maybe a minute. Do you reckon, Libby? Minute to a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Just use whatever just use your intuition if you're looking at it. But I think the best way to tell if the pancake's ready to flip is around the edges. It starts to brown up. But like so I think it's all up for this pancake. I don't know, 3 to 4 minutes. We don't want to overcook them as well. That's really important.
Yeah, it's always less on the once you've flipped it, right? It doesn't take as long.
Correct. It's not too long. So I'm just going to keep moving it. There's butter in there. The butter's really nice. And I think this is almost ready. Let's see the other side. I think that's ready. So what we'll do, let's take this off the heat and then we'll put it on a plate and let's just see what we got here. There you go. So the brownness of the pancake is because of the flour that we've used. So we've used the oat flour. So obviously we're not using white bleached flour. So that's why the, the pancake's a little bit dark. And also we've got maple syrup, which is dark, cinnamon, which is dark. So they're not going to look like your typical
white pancakes.
Perfect, little white pancakes. But I reckon they're going to taste delicious. So yeah, we're going to repeat this a couple of times. We're going to just put them on this plate. We'll just chuck them straight in the oven. And then when we're ready to eat, we're going to build a nice little stack. Maybe put some berries on it. What do you reckon, Libby?
Yeah, we'll come back then.
Okay, cool. Libs, come over here. These are our finished pancakes in a pool of maple syrup. So yum. And then these are just some frozen mixed berries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries that we've put in the microwave. And you just squish them up with your fork. Yeah, so this is the pancake stack, I guess you could call it.
How many did we make?
I think it was like 10 from that mix.
Nice.
Really nice. So yeah, please like and share. Feedback, as always, is really appreciated. And please send through any photos if you do make them at home. Method and ingredients will be down below. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of the day.